Pasiphae and King Minos of Crete had several children, with the eldest being Androgeus. Androgeus set sail for Athens to participate in the Panathenaic Games, held every 4 years. His strength and skill led him to excel in the competitions, quickly becoming a crowd favorite, inciting the envy and resentment of the Pallantides, who assassinated him, provoking Minos's fury. Upon learning of his son's death, King Minos ordered the Cretan fleet to sail to Athens and demanded that Aegeus, the king of Athens, surrender his son's murderers, promising to spare the city if his demand was met. However, Aegeus was unaware of the identity of the assassins and thus surrendered the entire city to Minos's mercy. King Minos waged war against Athens and emerged victorious, and as punishment, he imposed a grim tribute on the Athenians. The punishment imposed by the Cretan king fell heavily on the Athenians, who were ordered to send 7 boys and 7 girls to Crete, never to be seen again. These unfortunate tributes were sent into the labyrinth, designed by Daedalus, to be devoured by the Minotaur, a monstrous half-man, half-bull creature. Determined to end this horror, Theseus, the son of King Aegeus, volunteered to confront the monster and took the place of one of the youths and set off with a black sail, promising his father that if he were successful, he would return with a white sail. Upon his arrival in Crete, Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos, fell in love with Theseus. Following the advice of Daedalus, she gave him a ball of thread so he could navigate and find his way out of the maze after confronting the Minotaur. That night, Ariadne escorted Theseus to the entrance of the labyrinth, and Theseus promised her he would take her with him when he returned home. As soon as Theseus entered the labyrinth, he tied one end of the ball of string to the doorpost and brandished his sword, which he had kept hidden from the guards inside his tunic. He followed Daedalus's instructions given to Ariadne: go forward, always down, and never left or right. Eventually, Theseus reached the heart of the labyrinth and found the Minotaur sleeping. The beast, sensing the young man's presence, awoke, and a tremendous fight ensued. After a long fight, using his strength and skill, Theseus managed to overpower the Minotaur, ultimately stabbing the beast in the throat and decapitating it. He then used the string to retrace his steps back to the entrance of the labyrinth. With the Minotaur defeated, Theseus managed to escape with all of the young Athenian tributes, as well as Ariadne and her younger sister Phaedra. Theseus and the rest of the crew fell asleep on the beach of the island of Naxos, where they had stopped on their way back, looking for water. During this time, Theseus abandoned Ariadne, who was eventually found and married by Dionysus. On his return journey from Crete, Theseus also stopped on the island of Delos, where, according to Plutarch, Theseus danced with the young Athenians, a dance still performed by the inhabitants of the island, consisting of twisting and twisted movements that reproduce the shapes of the labyrinth, a dance called crane. However, Theseus forgot to replace the black sails with white ones when he was close to home. His father, King Aegeus, seeing the black sails and believing his son was dead, threw himself off a cliff at Sunion into the sea, causing this body of water to be subsequently named the Aegean Sea in his memory.